Ana has gone through a lot of changes in Overwatch 2 with her ammo and now her damage and power in general. However, with all of these nice buffs to her kit, she somehow does not feel all that much better. Even with Roadhog in the meta, she can still feel lackluster, and that is because of Kiriko and the way she has influenced the way that Ana works. See, most of the time for Ana in the past, it was unlikely that the reason she was bad was because she herself was bad. Instead, it was because another support was much more powerful or another character nullified her abilities. Moira did not have utility, but she was the only one that could keep up with 4 tanks before Brigitte was released. Sure, you could anti a team against Baptiste, but you can't do that if there are 2 shields in your face consistently. Ana has been a very balanced character. She just had her weaknesses in specific metas, and that's okay. Ana never needed changes. It was the more oppressive characters in the meta that needed them most. Ana still, right now, doesn't need changes. It's Kiriko that does. However, instead of whining for 5 minutes with no substance, let's discuss why Ana will struggle given the current iteration of the game. Most of Ana's value is packed within her aggressive biotic grenade, which is on a 10-second cooldown, and if a target is hit, the effect lasts for 4 seconds. Sure, she has high burst healing potential, but after an aggressive anti-nade, she has Sleep Dart and no other way to reasonably get out with mobility. Sleep Dart is effective, but rarely is it going to be used in a situation to force out Suzu without being blown up immediately out of position. Nade is much more consistent and much more likely to be cleansed. On the flip side, Kiriko has Suzu, which cleanses the effect of the nade and gives immortality for a fraction of a second. It is on a 14-second cooldown compared to Ana's 10-second nade cooldown, but in reality, that is a very short window to find a grenade again, but we'll dive into that deeper later. Because of this differential, you cannot just throw nades to simply deal anti-effects anymore. The philosophy behind your grenades needs to be much deeper than that. Let me explain. The situation you specifically have to avoid is the one where you throw the nade, it hits a target, but your team cannot even follow up upon it to force out Suzu. In this situation, you would have used your nade, but the Kiriko will still have Suzu, and now you are stuck with no other options for your team. You just lose there. Currently, you have to understand that Kiriko is the primary support people are always going to be playing in every single game, leaving the other support slot to 3 choices: Lucio, Mercy, and Ana. If you pick Ana, you need to get more value than a team that can just rush you down with speed boost or a Sojourn that has damage boost rolling through your entire team. The way you win in ladder, since people aren't really coordinated enough to run Lucio, is to find a nade early enough in the fight where you can force out Kiriko's Suzu so that the damage boosted Sojourn does not have enough time to find a pick by the time you have nade again to secure that kill on a target. In other words, you have to be very quick and accurate with your grenade incredibly consistently, and that is just in the neutral fights alone. When you add different characters into the mix, it can get very, very difficult very fast. Ana can work in ladder. I don't want to say that she can't, but in a perfect environment, I cannot advocate that she is going to be a strong meta-defining support. You have to look for nades incredibly quickly and consistently, or bank on their mistake for using Suzu early through other means, but that should never be a basis of your focus, and it shouldn't be allocated towards that. Perhaps I am wrong, and the meta will shift against me, as I haven't really allocated all that much time to the current iteration of the game, but it is important to take the thought process behind the ability a step further in order to make sure that players do not develop bad habits. Throw aggressive nades, but make sure you make them count. Obviously, this whole idea of the matchup is null and void if Kiriko isn't the play, but even then, it is always good to find the best possible nade given the fight. Make sure if you throw a nade against Kiriko, your team can follow up, or else you were just wasting the cooldown and throwing games away. Banking victory on mistakes is out of your control, so you shouldn't really be doing that. Just become more consistent. If you have any question about the concepts covered in today's video or any other previous videos, let me know in the comments down below or in the Discord server, where you can also join it for community game nights, stream updates, and maybe even find a duo to climb with. Thank you all so much for watching, but until next time, I've got to peace out and Paz out. I'll see you in the next one.